Hello everybody and welcome back to Football Manager 2022. It's the start of season 13, unlucky for some, but we're up into Sky Bet League 1, so let's dive into it. It's the fourth game of the season, I think. Let's go and have a look. Yes, we're back and we're taking on Reading in today's episode, but we're going to have a quick look at what's happened in the off-season. Not too much in terms of player transfers and player moves. Obviously, we've not brought anyone in, but yeah, we're doing all right. Fourth game of the season, so looking at the schedule, you can see here a very big pre-season has done all right. We beat MK Dons with a 92nd minute winner in our first game of the season away at MK Dons. We then lost on penalties to Championship Huddersfield in the EFL Cup. Really disappointing that one because we played really well. Got a 1-1 draw away at Huddersfield, went to penalties and lost. We also got Dave Mills. Hashtag Save Dave Mills was a new thing in the comments. Yeah, he got sent off in the 52nd minute and we managed to hold on for penalties, and we've just got off the back of a 1-1 draw against Exeter, who came up with us last season, and we're going to be taking on Reading because I thought it's an ex-Premier League club, biggest club in the league, away from home. We'll see how we get on. They're 18th at the moment, so haven't started brilliantly. But 3 competitive games this season, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. Well, technically 2 draws and a win. But yeah, it's proving to be a lot more difficult. But if we pan down to the bottom left-hand side, you'll see we've got an under-21s team. Hooray, here it is. It's bugged, though. It's yeah, it's really bugged. And I've raised it on the forums. It's a known problem. They're trying to patch it. But it's really bugged because you can't pick who you want to play. You can't pick a tactic that you want them to play. You can't do anything like that. So they're playing games, but you can't actually decide anything you want them to do. Hence our under-21 manager is playing a 5-2-1-2 DM-AM. So they're getting game time. It's just not ideal at the moment, but it is being patched to be corrected because it is a known problem that you can't control it. But it does mean our 18, 19 and 20-year-old players don't have to just be released on a free transfer if they're not good enough for the first team. They're now getting football somewhere, which is a big thing. And once it's patched, then we'll be able to maximise its potential out of it. So what that means is our under-18s is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty healthy in terms of player size and things like that. And, you know, we're keeping an eye on development in the under-18s. Under-21s is similar. Small squad, plenty of game time for them, going well. And the senior squad, relatively manageable. Now it's much, much smaller. And we've got a couple of players in here as well that are in the senior squad but allowed to be playing for the under-21s as well when there's not a fixture clash and stuff like that. So that's really, really helpful. I don't think there was any transfers out at the back end of last season. No, Liam Brown was the only one. So nothing so far in the summer transfer window to report. No loans as well. We're actually not loaning anyone out because we've got an under-18s and under-21s. Then we're not loaning. There's no need to loan them out because they're getting game time, which is really good because it allows us to focus a bit more on their development, keep them training within our training cycle, and it's proving to be a lot more beneficial, I think, which is good. We've got a lot of transfer budget, so let's quickly just whack all of that into the wages. We're not releasing anyone on free. We're not going to buy anyone, so that's easy to do. But yeah, we've been doing pretty well, to be honest. Finance is still in the mud, but looking better. Where we're now in a higher division, we've got more TV revenue, we get payouts and things like that. So not too bad. We'll have to see how that progresses throughout the whole season. Obviously, it is still the first month of the season, technically. So we'll see how that goes. But all in all, it's going pretty well. Now, a few people have been asking, can we look at some progress of some players? So yeah, I thought, why not? Let's have a look. I'm going to pick Jimmy Curran for this one to see how he's developing. So if we look at his progress and then go into attributes and look at all time, this is how he has been progressing, or underdeveloping is a way to describe it. But physicals are really going up, as you would expect. We do a bit of physical training. As the players get older, their physicals will become generally better as well. So they're all looking pretty good. Into the mental attributes, he's actually losing quite a lot on like positioning, teamwork, vision and work rate. Work rate's gone down by 1, but off the ball has gone up massively, flair's gone up massively, anticipation's gone up massively, concentration's gone down a little bit. For players like Jimmy Curran, it's a bit too late probably to get them onto like the Ram Delta training that we're saying to get their concentration up, but we'll see how it goes. Crossing's gone up, corners have gone up, finishing's gone up, first touch has gone up, free kick's gone down, I'm not worried about that. Heading's gone down, not too worried about that for a winger. Long throws has gone up, passing has gone up by a point as well. It's really good, but it's good to see things like off the ball, composure, anticipation, and first touch going up by multiple numbers. That's what I'm sort of looking for. And if we look in the last 6 months, which is a bit more of a accurate barometer of what's happening at the current sort of setup, then yeah, a few attributes are going up. We've got bravery going down. He picked up a big injury, so that was always going to affect us. But Jimmy Curran looks to be progressing pretty well. I think a key one as well is Will Jones, obviously 20 years old now, but if we have a look at his progression in terms of attributes and look at all time, you'll see most technical stuff is going down, which is a little bit of a concern. I think a lot of that is sort of recency biased, because obviously the summer, they have a summer off, right? And there is a bit of a dip, but mentals are really doing well and physicals are doing really, really well. Jumping three has gone up 3 to 18 in overall, like for the whole time he's been at the club, which is good. But a lot of this also comes down to coaching, facilities that we've got. We don't have the best facilities once they actually join the club. But in the last 6 months, again, there is a bit of a downward trend on some of his technical attributes. But again, physicals generally doing okay, mentals generally doing okay. No significant change over the thing. So we'll keep on coming back and looking at a couple of players every episode just to see how people are doing. I mean, if we look at Tarmi, he's the oldest player at the club now at 27. So if we look at him and go into progress and look at let's look at all time, you can see so corners have gone down, but first touch has gone up over time, dribbling's gone up, technique's gone up, anticipation, composure, off the ball, work rate, leadership has gone up loads, flair's gone up loads, and his physicals have actually gone up. All of them have gone up quite a lot. So that's interesting to see. But for 6 months as a 27-year-old, it's all pretty stable. Nothing really much is changing anymore. So it does show that in the early stages of getting like the under-18s and the under-21s into the club, we need to really focus on what we want them to do and where we want their attributes to improve, because it seems to be overall in the last 6 months, it's not as much as looking at it when they were younger and in the club. So we do have to keep an eye on that. Dynamics, there's been a few questions about looking at dynamics, so this is how it looks at the moment. Les Knight, Lewis Salt and Jordan are the team leaders in the club. We have Tarmi, Priestnell, Adams, Lloyd, Bertrand, Harris, Thorpe, Johnson, Allpress and Dave Mills as the sort of highly influential. Fearon and Hartley, influential players, and then everybody else is in other at the moment. We do have some mentoring going on as well, if we can quickly look at that. Only 2 groups at the moment. We've got Dominic Johnson, who is resolute, and he is mentoring Shane Stitt and Ben Spence to try and get them to be, a bit more resolute, I guess, is what we want it to be. And in the other one, we have Shane Tarmi, our oldest statesman at the club, as a fairly professional, just trying to attain Rocket and Will Jones to be a bit more professional as well. Now, in the under-21s, what we can do is set up a mentoring group. So we've dropped Nate Ampadu down to the under-21s so that he can have a significant impact. The influence on the group's a bit skewed, I think, but because he's 27, he's trying to get Glyn Garner and Jordan Tare to change. If it looks like it's not having an effect because of the bug, we're going to call Jordan Tare and Glyn Garner up to the senior team, get them in a mentoring group, but make them available for the under-21s for every game. Because Jordan Tare has quite a lot of potential. It's just his personality is dreadful as slack. You guys have been letting me know in the comments like what's good and what isn't. And yeah, slack is generally pretty rubbish according to all of you lot. So yeah, that's how we stand at the moment. But so I am thinking about all this stuff. It is still going on. It is still happening in the background and all of that stuff. But I know most of you are interested to see how we get on. And I think League One is going to be very, very difficult, because if we look at League One season preview, 350 to 1 we are to win it with the bookies. So it could be a couple of seasons in League One, which I'm not upset about. We need the money. We do need things like that. So that could be cool. Why are we linked to Foley Neckham? You'd think they'd realise by now we're not buying anyone, but every year we get linked to certain players. But yeah, we got promoted 350 to 1. Rochdale got promoted 50 to 1. Exeter got promoted 33 to 1. We've just drawn with Exeter. MK Dons are predicted to finish mid-table, and we've drawn with we beat them 1-0. But Wrexham are back down to League One. They were in the Championship but got relegated. Burnley have continued to slump, and they're in League One. And Doncaster got relegated as well, but they're favourites to go up. So it's all looking pretty good, okay. We're still sticking with the 4-2-3-1 formation. We've now got under 21s and under 18s to help us out, which should also help improve a bit more of a flow of players through the club as well that we can keep an eye on. A couple are wanted, but they're all loanees. No one's wanted for a purchase. The interest in Hanif Bertrand has died off as well. A few players starting to ask for better contracts, but we'll have to keep an eye on that because although we're well within our wage budget, our finances are obviously pretty turd at the moment, so we do need to keep an eye. But that's it. So yeah, we're in the FA Cup. We'll join in the first round. We've been knocked out by Huddersfield on penalties. The Papa John's Trophy hasn't started, and in the league, we're currently 7th after 2 games, but there is a long way to go. So we'll see how it gets on. But next up for us, Reading, who haven't started very well. 1 point from 2 games. I'm sure they're going to beat us when we go to the Majeski Stadium. But yeah, that's about it. Let's get into the game. Okay, this is how we're lining up for this one then. Lloyd is in goal. Hurtley at right back. I don't want to play Hurtley at right back. Harry Jordan probably still is the best we've got. Yeah, we're going to go Harry Jordan. Harry Jordan's going to come back in. Johnson and Jones in the back. We need to get this partnership improved. I know it's tough when they're playing this badly, but they're not playing badly. They've just got a bit of a bad partnership together at the moment. Priestnall is out, injured at the moment, so he can't play. Faulkner comes in at left back. Dave Mills gets a rest. Didn't play very well in the last game. Salt and Bertrand in the middle. Bertrand basically stepping up to replace Danny Adams, who at the moment isn't even making the bench, with Steve Bonner being on there as a youngster. Danny Adams, I still think, can contribute, but his starting position is going to dwindle, I think, this year. Rocket on the right, Fearon in behind Thorpe, and Curran on the left. So a very sort of youthful front three. Cameron Thorpe's redemption arc has been nothing short of miraculous. It really has. To think we were thinking about selling him, and now he stepped in. He scored against Huddersfield. He scored in the league, so he got the goal. I swear that's not right. I swear he got our goal against Exeter. That should be 2-1. I swear Cameron Thorpe scored against Exeter. Bear with me a second here. Form, Exeter City, goals none. Hang on a minute. Oh, it was Jimmy Curran that scored against them. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm getting confused. Sorry, I swear Cameron Thorpe scored, but it was Jimmy Curran coming off the left, not Cameron Thorpe. But there you go. Chris Fearon with 2 goals in 2 games before that one as well. I'm slowly losing my mind. But yes, so that's how we're lining up. On the bench, Ben Spencer's a goalkeeper, Dave Mills, Shane Stitt, all press, the striker, Hurtley, Harris and Steve Bonner on there as well. So plenty of different options, plenty of possibilities. The only real difference for League One this year, we start on cautious away from home. That's generally the only change we're putting into the season. So let's go and take on Reading. We'll see how they fare. It's going to be pretty interesting this season. I am expecting us to get relegated. I know we've beaten all the odds previously, but this year I just feel like League One is going to be such a step up. Look, we're the underdogs. Go and cause an upset. I think this is the same team talk I've given in every game so far, so they're probably going to get a bit bored of it. But yeah, it's interesting. There's Reading. Cameron Archer up front is a name I recognise. Don't really recognise too many other names in that team, though. They're playing in the 4-4-2, I think it was. The 4-2-3-1 for us, the standard 4-3-2, 4-2-3-1, which is sort of becoming synonymous with Guiseley. But there's Reading, down in 18th. There we are, up in 7th. And look at the size of this stadium. It's a big step up, isn't it, for little old Guiseley, coming from the Vanarama National League North all the way to League One. It's going to be a very, very interesting start to this season. Here's Beals with a free kick, puts it in, header over the bar. And the first real attempt of note goes towards Reading. And it was Beals who put that free kick in. Good steal from Curran, though, on the halfway line. Manages to run it in deep into Reading territory, but he's robbed. And now we've got a 3-on-2. And we've pushed too many men forward, even though we're on cautious. It's an easy goal for Brenton Stewart. And Reading have the lead. That is a terrible way to start this game. We really left ourselves open. We pushed a number of men forward, as we've done the whole time during this series. It's been our philosophy, really, to try and get people forward. But maybe this is a reminder that, you know, we have to be thinking potentially about defence and counter-attacking first. And with that in mind, I'm sort of thinking, do we take counter-press off? That's a ball out to the right. Stewart brings it down. He looks to turn. Ball in! Oh, my word, that was a cross. That was 100% a cross. It said in bizarre fashion he scored. He's got 2 inside 20 minutes. But Stewart here, Jordan showed him wide. He did all right. Cut in field. Tries to curl it to the back post and has just curled it in at the back post. And, well, Simon Lloyd not expecting that one. 2-0 to Reading. This is proving difficult. We're not going to counter press anymore. I don't think we've got the ability at this level to counter press. We're not really creating much. Maybe we've gone a bit too respective of Reading being a higher caliber opponent, but that is, I mean, they've got 2 goals from an XG of 0.33, so I think that tells you everything you sort of need to know. Bradley on the ball into Larea, back to Purrington, up to Bradley. Fearon picks up the loose ball. Curran can come forward with it. He's running at the defence. Curran, ball square. Thorpe's there. I think he's onside. He is onside. 2-1. Cameron Thorpe does get a goal now in the season. I was talking about him potentially having one, but that's much better. That Curran comes forward. I mean, we've still got people running forward from fullback, but Thorpe, a very easy finish for his first in the league. A lovely ball put square to him by Curran. That's weirdly given us the advantage in XG, but Tim Rocket not playing very well. Some of the back four not playing very well either. I mean, I don't want to be too down hard on them, right? We're in League One. These are a lot of players that played with us in the National League, so I really can't be too hard. Tim Rocket is not playing very well. Do I bring on Steve Harris? I think we do. I think we bring on Steve Harris. Steve Harris is a little bit more direct, I would say, than Rocket. Rocket's a little bit more sort of playmakery in behind the striker, but Stephen Harris is a bit more direct with the ball at his feet, so I feel like that's a good change to do. Let's have a quick look just to see what Reading players are dictating the game. Bill's a set piece taker, so it is Larea, I would say, is probably the person we need to focus on. So opposition into Larea. When he gets the ball, we'll always tight mark him. We'll go and press. We'll tackle him hard and get him onto that weaker foot. Try and shut him down. So he's got 3 key passes at the moment. And yeah, we just need to find a way back into this game. Salt not playing really. Bertrand not playing brilliantly in midfield. Harry Jordan. Maybe I should have started Hurtley out there. Maybe he deserves it, the youngster. I mean, Kaminsky, by the way, is still playing in under 18s and under 21 football. He's just getting built up a little bit. And he's going to be trained as a right back and a centre back. So that was some good recommendations in the chat for that one. So thank you for that. We'll do Faulkner for Mills as well. Bertrand off for Bonner. Not ideal, but we'll do Bertrand off for Bonner, and I think we'll then go to a ball-winning midfielder for you, because you want to play. Why do you want to play in centre mid, don't you? Yeah. So that's fine. You can play slightly back there. That's not a problem. In fact, we could put you up here just so that you're a bit more familiar with what you're doing. Ball-winning midfielder support. Keep Salt back there as the anchor. See if that's enough to go and get us another goal. 15 minutes to go. Larea has sort of, well, he's still pinging some key passes. We're not closing him down too much. 5 minutes to go. There's not too much we can do. We've got 1 sub left. We're going to go fear and off, all press on. We're going to go 4-2-4, and we're going to centre midfielder on defend, ball winning midfielder on defend, all press as a advance forward on attack, and let's go a bit more positive. See if we can get the ball forward, get the ball to the 2 up front. It's an attacking change, chasing the game. We've had the better XG, but here is Reading with an opportunity. Giuliano back to Bradley. Bradley holds onto it. Bonner's stolen it. Bonner, this is our chance to nick a draw at the Majewski. Oh, his ball was just too crap. He couldn't find the pass. Sundberg into Larea. Larea out to Sundberg again. Over the top, finds Stewart, who's had a great game. Cuts back. Hurtley's given away a penalty. That's game over. I mean, Simon Lloyd's good at saving penalties, but from one end where Bonner just... he's hit the post, where Bonner had to get the pass right and he didn't. And now he's gone long looking for all press. But, oh, what an opportunity that was to get the draw. It's full time. It's a 2-1 loss, and it's a fluke goal that's won it for them, really. The first goal was good. The second goal from Reading was just a complete fluke. But, yeah, got to keep morale high in League One. We've got to try the best we can to keep our morale high. But disappointing for Guiseley. We dropped down to 14th. Anything above 21st is a bonus this year. Anything above 21st is a massive, massive bonus. They outshot us. They had a better XG because of the penalty. They had much more possession, which is something we probably need to work on. I think, yeah, maybe I need a rethink for this year. Let me know what you think down below, but I think maybe it's going to be a slightly more reserved tactic. I mean, we have so many attacking duties in this system, and it's done us well to this point. Is it League One where we sort of have to have a rethink tactically about what we want to do and just how the team is set up? Not necessarily the difference in how we want to play or the shape. I like the shape. It's how we transition now that we're in League One in a higher league, because it could get very difficult. I mean, we've got teams like Wigan, QPR. Who else have we got in this? Swansea, Wrexham, who are going to be awesome because of the money. Burnley, AFC Wimbledon, Birmingham are in League One. Oh my God, yeah, there's some difficult teams. There is some very big teams and very big names in this league, so it's going to be very, very tough. But thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next for, well, it's December, isn't it? We come back next for Youth Intake Preview to see what we're going to get in next year's. Oh, hang on. Was there one more thing I had to show you? Before we go, if anyone's finished the video, they're going to miss this. Head of Youth Development. Yes, the Head of Youth Development. Why are you not showing it to me? No, there we go. We changed it. We've gone with Nathan Austin. Now, this is the guy we had shortlisted ages ago. We finally had enough money to bring him in. A resolute personality, good at working with youngsters, good adaptability, good determination, which I'm hoping will go into the youngsters we bring through, and good judging player ability and potential. Now, the other guy we had was very good, but I thought there was an opportunity to bring in Nathan Austin, who we wanted to bring in for quite a while, and we saw from the other guy bringing it in, the personalities he was bringing in were really, really good. And technically, resolute personality is one step up from what he had as well. So we should keep getting through youngsters who are really good in a personality sort of sense. The other thing we've gone for Austin, he has a regional reputation of 1.5 star. Our previous one, Louis Story, had 1 star. And the rumour, I don't know if it's true, but the rumour is the higher the reputation of the Head of Youth Development, the better players come through the system. So in theory, we should get slightly better players, and we should have an ability to bring through very good personality players who are slightly better. Now, I don't think it's going to take effect this season because the youth intake is already programmed from when you had the previous Head of Youth Development. So I think next season onwards, we'll see what Nathan Austin does. He's got a 2-year contract, like we always give to our Head of Youth Developments, to give him a chance to sort of look at the leftovers that were brought in for the other Head of Youth Development, and then gets 1 season that is just his. So we'll see how it goes. But the key point of this save is to keep refreshing your staff and keep it going. And we have been doing that and changing our staff quite a lot. Our under-18 staff have all got amazing personalities. That's what we focused on rather than attributes. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. For now, I'm out. Cheers.